If you can accept that life is a risk, is uncertain, that you never know what's going to happen next, and not get upset about it, but embrace it. People who talk a lot, who enter a room and they're all chattering away and talking this, that, and the other, we're already losing respect for them. But a person comes in and they're not talking, but they have a presence that's full of confidence. It smells of power. Do you actually know who you are? Just by kind of laying around and just saying whatever you want, that's not necessarily who you are. That's what you've become because you're lazy. Judging you for that, I'm telling you, you need to adjust your attitude or you're going to be sabotaging yourself. You're going to be making life, a hard life, even harder for yourself. So there has to be this reckoning moment where you look at yourself and you go, do I really want it? Am I willing to take risks? Am I willing to open myself up? Because in the beginning we talked about attitude, and that is the dividing line here between someone who will figure it out without the near-death experience or someone who won't. Life by nature is a risk. It's uncertain. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You could have a stroke tomorrow and you could be like me, or you could even die. Things happen that you cannot control. Life is chaotic. Everything is uncertain. If you can accept that, if you can accept that life is a risk, is uncertain, that you never know what's going to happen next, and not get upset about it, but embrace it and think, that is the beautiful thing about being alive. Having certainty and having nothing ever change, you might as well be dead, because that's what happens when you're dead. Nothing changes. Life is beautiful because it's uncertain, because you don't know what can happen next. If you can craft the mentality that I love that element, I love the chaos, I love the change, I think the world happening now as it is going to give me opportunities for something magnificent. It's not to ignore the difficulties. I'm not trying to be Pollyannish about it, but having that kind of tough, resilient sort of warrior mindset. And I'm not trying to say that it's this masculine macho thing, because women are just as good at it as men are. In fact, in some ways they're better at it. But this kind of warrior mentality where I'm going to go to battle and I'm not afraid, I'm not on my heels, I'm going to advance, I'm going to figure things out, then that's the difference between success and failure. You're not waiting for people to give things to you. You're not waiting for someone to rescue you from your job that just got downsized. You're going out there and active, you're going to figure it out. And that means I'm going to do research, I'm going to make effort, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to look and see where the opportunities lie. I'm going to look at myself and go, this is what I was meant to accomplish in my life. This is what is truly my life's task. How can I now adapt and actually go closer to that? Maybe I need to go back to school. Maybe I need to learn new skills. Maybe in this world with internet, I can learn new skills online even. It has to be a reckoning moment where you turn active and excited about what's going on and not passive and fearful. That's the dividing line. If you look at an animal, if you have any dogs or cats in your life, when they get sick, they're not complaining. Of course, they don't have words, but they just sort of accept it. They go on with it. They deal with it. They have a grace to them. And so my life was changed. Now I have a new life. This is who I am. I can be still stuck in the past of what I used to be able to do. I can complain. I can make myself miserable. Or I can go, this is who I am now. This is my life. I can't go upstairs very easily. Okay, that's what it is, It's upsetting because I have to depend on other people to help me. But on the other hand, it's just who I am. At first I might get frustrated, but I've come to accept it. It's going to happen to everybody in life at some point. Something bad's going to happen to you. You can't get out of it. Your health's going to be, you're going to be hit by a car. You're going to develop cancer. It's going to happen, and that's just life. We weren't meant to live forever. We weren't meant to be young forever. That's just it, I do have reason to complain, but I don't. I don't have to worry about money. I've got that settled in my life. In the rest of my life, I have enough funds. I'm not a billionaire, but I have enough money I don't have to worry about anything, that they'll do anything I want. How could I possibly complain when I have the privileges that very few people have? I mean, I have more privileges than even Elon Musk, because I don't have all this worry, this pressure, these demands on me, this public attention. I can relax. I can just write my books. They're stressful, yes, but my God, what privilege I have compared to other people. Having been really dirt poor, and I can't say I was like impoverished, because my middle-class family would always be like a safety net. So in the back of my mind, I had that. So I don't want to exaggerate who I am. The experiences that you can't verbalize are the most powerful, the most meaningful, that words are kind of like problematic, and that getting outside of language and experiencing life directly and in these moments is an amazing thing, and that's what the sublime is. Death is sort of the ultimate sublime experience, and I always knew that. And this is the moment. It's like the gods are telling you, write this book that you've been meaning to write for over 20 years, that fate is giving you a signal here. So it played a major role in it, but I'd always been thinking about that book. Life on planet Earth is an incredibly precarious thing. In researching the book and in studying how the universe was formed, how our galaxy was formed, how the sun evolved, how the planets, everything had to fall into perfect alignment. And then life emerged out of nothing, from materials, from exploding stars. We still to this day don't really know how life suddenly emerged out of nothing, but it did. Maybe the only planet in the universe that has it. We don't know. Okay? And then the evolution of life follows the same thing as the universe. All of these things had to fall in place perfectly. So we're heading into some very strange waters, so to speak, particularly with AI, how it's going to intersect every industry, how finding a job that is stable or that you can rely upon is going to be completely washed away. You're going to be navigating a totally new environment. And it's going to be complicated, and it's going to be difficult, and you're going to be tried and tested. And the quality that's most important to have in this coming environment is resilience, is being sort of tough inside of yourself and not giving up. If your attitude is the following, if your attitude is, this future is going to be difficult, but whenever there's chaos, whenever there's creative destruction, as they call it, and whole industries are wiped out, and people are screaming and getting all hysterical, there's incredible opportunity. New things are opening up. There are possibilities out there that nobody has thought of based on the things that are now possible through this new technology. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to get all upset. I'm not going to whine and blame the world. I'm excited. I want to become part of this. It's like a wave that I'm going to ride. If your attitude is open like that and opportunistic and wanting to explore, 30 years old, you're absolutely primed for something great, particularly if you've disciplined, if you've learned a skill. Whereas if your attitude is sort of closing, it's going, oh God, everything's against me. I'm 30 years old. I've lived through a pandemic. There's all these problems here, the price of gas. Oh my God, it's so terrible out there. And I'm going to blame this politician and my parents and blah, 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 whine. With that attitude, forget it. Just give up. Just go down the dole and just give up. Because it's never going to amount to anything. So you have the power in your hand, which is your attitude. Is it open? Is it excited? Is it fluid? Is it like, wow, there's opportunity everywhere I look. I can go this direction, that direction. Or is it closed? Like, there's no more opportunity. My parents had it so well. These boomers, they got everything, and now look at me. Get rid of all that stuff and try and be as excited and open and fluid as you possibly can, looking at this new landscape. If that's your attitude, then things will come to you. Power will come to you. Success will come to you. but so much depends on how resilient you are and how you're willing to be tested, but that you're excited about being tested and not fearful. People were so starved for experience. Everything had shut down. Everything was so virtual. Everything was remote. And if you could see that people were hungry for socialization, for going out, for going to places, for having experiences with people, if you can create a business that does that, you're going to make a fortune because people are starved for experience as opposed to virtuality. And I'm afraid that's only gotten worse and is only even a greater opportunity in the world today. So if you see the fact that AI is dominating everything and that people are becoming even more introverted with their phones and just doing everything through AI, if you create a business that is exciting, that has, people getting together and socializing, creating a movement, getting them outside of their house, you're going to make a fortune. It will be the roaring 20s again. Yeah, that's what I meant. Connecting to something larger in your life. And we tend to live in a circle. And that circle is our experience in our everyday life. Our thoughts, our beliefs, how we look at the world, how we relate to people. And that circle is getting tighter and tighter and tighter because of technology, because people are programming our experiences. We're not in control of that feed on Instagram. We're not in control of our own emotions, of our own beliefs and ideas. We're being conditioned, we're being programmed. We are creatures of somebody else's algorithms, okay? The sublime are things that lie outside of that circle, that are not programmed, that are not conditioned, that nobody's algorithm in the world can ever do for you, can ever tell you what to do. It is a realm of experience that is beyond what you normally are seeing in the day-to-day world. It's taking you out of your normal experience and it's exposing you to different ways of looking, different ways of feeling. It's an incredible experience to have these moments in your life because you realize that there's something greater than just all the banalities that you're finding on social media. And each chapter in this book takes you outside a different aspect of that circle, connecting you to the universe, connecting you to how strange it is to be alive. You have no idea all of the odds against your individual existence, Lewis, going back millions of years, billions of years to the beginning of life, and how all these things had to happen for humans to even evolve, for your parents to meet, for you to be born. I talk about childhood and your childhood and how sublime that was and how you can return to that open experience where everything was so intense and new and life was so open and wonderful. I talk about the brain and consciousness and how your brain contains the possibilities. The brain is limitless, but you are living in this very narrow little circle here. So you can alter your own consciousness, and I explain how. I talk about animals and their consciousness and how exciting it is to connect to them. I talk about love. I talk about history, about how you have a second self inside of you, a daemon that is waiting to come out. Your relationship to death, your relationship to obstacles and to difficulties in life. How you can have all of these intense, sublime experiences. And the book is very practical. Each chapter is illustrated with stories from history that give you a sense of it. And then at the end of each chapter, I have exercises for you to kind of bring these different experiences into your daily life and how you can incorporate them, how you can go out in the world and practice what I've just instructed you on. Because I want you to feel like there's something greater than your individual existence. Because once you sense that, life never looks the same. It's like how life never looked the same after I had my near-death experience. I'm not trying to brag, but the few people who've read my book have said that it's had that effect on them, that they don't look at the world the same way after having read the book, that things appear different to them, everything in their environment around them. So that's sort of the gist of it. And it's not an intellectual book. It's not an academic book about art, etc. It's a very practical book about how you can bring sublime experiences into your daily life.